Hapo zamani za kale, in a time when the sun rose a little slower and wisdom walked hand in hand with foolishness, there lived a young man at the foot of our great mountain. This is not just any story, little ones. This is the tale of the wild pepper. And the lesson it taught our village. And here he is, Baraka, whose name means blessing, though you'd never know it from watching him sleep through the morning's work. Baraka believed the world owed him a comfortable life, and he was waiting, patiently, for it to be delivered. But while Baraka could ignore the rooster's crow and the sun's gentle nudge, he could not ignore the angry rumble in his belly, for hunger is a persistent teacher, and its lessons cannot be slept through. And then, it happened. A scent so divine, so irresistible, that it pulled Baraka from his hut like a fish on a line. It was the aroma of Mama Njuguna's cooking, a scent that could make the angels jealous. Now, a wise man would have asked Mama Njuguna for work. A humble man would have offered to help. But Baraka saw an opportunity for something else entirely. And so, the seed of a very bad idea was planted in very fertile ground. Into the forest Baraka went, where the wild peppers grow. These peppers were dangerous, little ones. Even the monkeys knew better than to touch them. But when greed whispers in your ear, even the wisest warnings sound like foolishness. With a single pepper and a great deal of imagination, Baraka created his magic potion. He called it Majini Yakupika, cooking spirits, though if you ask me, it looked a lot like water, with wishes mixed in. And so Baraka went to Mama Njuguna with a story as elaborate as his potion was simple. He spoke of ancestors and ancient secrets, when really, he was offering nothing more than hope in a bottle. Word travels fast in a small village, especially when the word is miracle. Soon, everyone wanted Baraka's magic water. Why not? It was easier than hard work, faster than patience. But in every village there is one who sees the storm before the clouds gather. Mwitu watched from his acacia tree, sipping his chai, waiting, for wisdom knows all shortcuts eventually meet their dead end. Into our story now walks Bwana Mwitu, the tall merchant, a man so concerned with appearing important that he forgot to actually be important. And when such a man meets such a scheme, well, the results are always explosive.
I hear you have cooking spirits! I want all of it. My daughter's wedding feast must be legendary! 5,000 shillings! Behold! The secret to the greatest feast you will ever eat!
The village gathered for the wedding feast. The pot was enormous, the guests were hungry, and Baraka's secret was about to go public. And then, disaster. Not the gentle kind of disaster. No, this was the loud, spicy, everyone's face is on fire kind of disaster. Because when you pour lies into a pot, don't be surprised when the truth boils over. Angry villagers surrounded Baraka, and for the first time he had nowhere to hide. But sometimes, little ones, the consequences we fear most are the very lessons we need most. Mwitu stepped forward, not with anger, but with wisdom. The forest gives us peppers for flavor, he said, not for fortune. The greatest magic any cook can possess is patience and care.
And so Baraka learned what our ancestors knew, that true wealth is measured in respect, not shillings.
shortcut is worth losing. Your community's trust. And so Baraka learned what our ancestors knew. That true wealth is measured in respect, not shillings. That the sweetest rewards are those we grow with our own hands. And that no shortcut is worth losing. Your community's trust.